Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be covering a second blade. The knife in question is one that's been around for many years. It's one I didn't traditionally buy because I do not like the thinner tang that these knives have. But if you're using it for not so much outdoor hard use, I think it would actually hold up quite nicely. One of the knife styles that I learned to fight in is using straight edge long blades, which are great for sort of your slicing actions, those sort of things. It's good for a self-defense blade, if you know what I'm saying. Different from the Kali style, which is the shorter blades, kukris, and different designs from the different styles from around the world, whatever the case may be. The straight edge, really good knife for fighting, really good utility knife. I wouldn't beat down on these too hard though, because I don't believe they're designed to hold up to very hectic abuse like batoning and stuff like that. We're going to be taking a look at the classic Ka-Bar. This isn't the classic, this is the new generation Ka-Bar with the black sort of rubber handle. This is the 1211 Ka-Bar. Basically exact copy, or not exact copy, it is the USMC knife made by Ka-Bar, just without the USMC branding. So first things first, before we even get down, I just want to comment on a few things. The sheath is actually quite well designed in my opinion. I like it. It's pretty solid. It's got a really nice large belt loop here, so you can get this onto a large belt. You've got different attachment options. You've got screws all the way down on the sheath over here. You'll notice the sheath is also branded Ka-Bar. And you will notice from the older ones that the handle is actually a little bit shorter, so the snap fastens right up near the top of the handle on the knife. Cool knife. I like it. It's interesting in many ways, but I think let's get to the juicy bits and get this guy down on the log and check it out. Right, so here we have the Ka-Bar with the Kraton, I believe it is, rubber handle in its sheath. Really nice sheath. This, it is a plastic sort of made in Taiwan sheath. Sort of represents what you would see in many of the modern knives. Nice sheath, nice attachment options, lots of attachment options in fact, and a really decent snap over here which holds the knife quite high. The way to get this knife out is a little different. You can't just pull it out, it actually is quite in there. Is you actually need to push this, which is holding on this side, because I've got it for right hand carry. Then you can slide the blade out. So when you put it in, it's hard click, it's in there. You basically push back on this portion of the sheath over here and you can remove it. Now if you were to carry it on the other side, clips in, here would do nothing, it's now on this side. So you would need to push down on there to get it out, and out it comes. So you ambidextrous sort of carrying options with this knife, which is really cool. Here we have the knife itself. As you can see, Ka-Bar, Olean, New York. Quite a decent blade. That is the original blade shape with a black sort of coating on it. USA 1211. You've got the guard over here. You can actually see the tang. It's not a very large tang, but it does go all the way down and gets attached by a stainless steel pin at the end over there. And there's the knife itself. As you can see, it fits my hand very well. It is a large knife, meaning it can be quite intimidating, so it's not something you would pull out walking around in your shopping mall to open a container, especially not locally here in SA. You're going to be turning a few heads, but it is still a very practical knife for around home or whatever the case may be. You can use it for like chopping, batoning, you can use it for cutting things, you can use it for opening packaging if you really want to. It is a bit overkill, but hey, who am I to judge? And of course it can also be used for light hammering if you like, and multiple other things. Some people actually put O-rings around here to give it more purchase. I think it's got enough grip on it. It's a very grippy handle, so I'm quite happy with it the way it is. You can call this a blood groove, you can call it weight reduction, call it whatever you like. It actually gives the blade a nice look to it. I like it. The blade itself, let's just talk a little bit about that. This is a false edge at the top. I know some guys can and do sharpen this to make that sharp as well. Me personally, no need for it. It does not have a 90 degree, well it does, but this coating has removed from the fact that there's a 90-degree spine, meaning it's not great with a fire striker. You'd have to probably take a file and file off a section over here for that, because you don't want to be using your edge. The edge itself comes razor sharp in this knife. It's absolutely a nice looking knife, and like I say, if you were ever in a combat situation and you pulled this out and the guy's coming at you with a small little pocket knife, he's definitely going to change his mind, because this is a big blade, guys. Just to give you an idea, my everyday pocket carry is the Odino. Yeah, it's a massive blade with a lot of options, and this is not a small pocket knife, guys, just saying. So yeah, it's impressive in its size. It's a really interesting knife with a really interesting heritage, and this is the reason why I now have it. As far as drilling, I think this is a little bit offset from the center of the blade, which is going to make it a little bit awkward. You'd have to come in at a back angle if you're wanting to use it for drilling into wood or something. But I mean, it's definitely doable. You could sharpen this false edge, make it really decent. There's a lot of options with this knife, and like I say, it is a really nice looking knife. What else is there to say about it besides it's a really nice big fixed blade? Some people do use these for camping and for hiking, etc. No issues with that. Don't expect it to hold up like you would expect a K-Bar BK2, for example. I mean, the Becker BK2 is a monstrous blade in comparison, and I'll do a comparison video to show you guys. Or an SE5 would absolutely destroy this blade in the outdoor environment, woods, etc. But this knife does have its place, and not everybody needs a big beating knife to be able to get things done. Let's head on to my last thoughts on this knife. Hey guys, so in conclusion, if you're looking for a general purpose knife for around the homestead, farm, home, wherever, bushwalks, hiking, camping, whatever the case may be, this is a good fit. It can be used for batoning. It's not recommended due to the way that the tang is designed on these, but it'll get the job done. I mean, the knife is sufficiently strong enough to be able to hold up as long as you don't hit skew. So if you know what you're doing with batoning, it'll definitely get the job done. It's a very comfortable knife to hold, and it also is a really large blade to get work done. What it is not is a great knife to be able to get purchase on. You can if you've got bigger hands, but you're going to get uncomfortable with this guard over here. It's going to bite into your hands a little bit. So it doesn't make a really good woodworking, whittling, carving sort of knife, but it'll get the job done. It's definitely not, what it is not, is a bushcrafting knife. What it is a combat knife. What it is a fighting knife. What it is a great utility knife. But besides that, it's still a great knife. Let's just say a classic, guys. So I just want to say thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, be careful when you're inserting these things. Until next time, take care.